This is the iRobot Roomba E plus self-emptying robot vacuum, and I've been living with it long enough to share what's great, what's just okay, and what I wish I knew sooner. I came in skeptical. I've tried a couple of robot vacuums before and always found a reason to go back to a stick or upright. This one actually stuck around in my routine, which surprised me. The look is clean and modern. It's a compact round robot with a smooth top and just a few simple buttons: clean, home, and spot. The finish is a medium silver that blends into my space instead of screaming for attention. It's a bit thicker than some ultra-slim robots, but that extra height seems tied to the bigger battery and hardware inside. The wheels have good grip, and the clearance is enough to climb from hardwood onto rugs without that awkward seesawing. The tall, clean base tower is the piece you do notice. It's roughly the size of a small trash can, and it's where the self-emptying happens. It takes some floor space, but it looks purposeful, like it belongs next to a wall or console table. Setup was straightforward in a way I appreciated. I unboxed it, plugged in the clean base, set the Roomba on the dock, and let it charge. The iRobot Home app walked me through connecting to Wi-Fi. It took a minute, a couple of taps, and a quick scan, and then I was creating a schedule and starting my first run. If you're new to smart vacuums, the app feels like a remote with extras. I can start or stop a clean from anywhere, set routines for certain days, and send it to specific rooms once mapping is done. You also get notifications if it's stuck or finished. Smart mapping is a big part of how this thing works. From my experience, the first few runs are like a guided tour for the robot. It builds a floor plan, then lets me label rooms and add keep-out zones in the app. A keep-out zone is just a virtual fence you draw on the map, so the robot won't cross it. Handy for pet bowls, cords, or low shelves that love to trap vacuums. After mapping, I can say, clean the kitchen in the app, and it heads right there instead of wandering around like it's lost. Key features that made the difference for me start with the self-emptying base. When the Roomba docks, the base pulls debris out of the robot's dustbin and stores it in a disposable bag. iRobot says the bag can hold up to 60 days of dirt, and my reality lines up with that. I usually change it every couple of months. Not having to empty a tiny bin after each run keeps me using it consistently. There's a burst of noise when it empties, but it lasts around 10 seconds. The vacuum itself is not whisper quiet, but it's calmer than a traditional vacuum. I can hold a conversation or watch TV while it's running. I just try not to schedule it during calls. Suction and pickup are the other big pieces. iRobot calls it a premium 3-stage cleaning system with power lifting suction. In my home, that translates to reliable pickup of dust, crumbs, cereal bits, and way too much hair from both hardwood and area rugs. The side brush does well along edges and chair legs, and the main rollers don't choke on medium pile. If you have long hair or pets, you'll still see hair wrap at some point, but it's manageable. When I check the bin after a run or peek at the base bag later, it's clear it's not just pretending to clean. App control makes everyday cleaning easy. I travel sometimes, so triggering a clean while I'm out is oddly satisfying. I get a notification when it's done, and the activity history shows where it cleaned and how long it took. Voice control with Alexa or Google Assistant works, and it's fun to say, clean the living room. I don't use voice every day, but it's handy when my hands are full. From my experience, obstacle handling is good but not magical. It will slow down for table legs and navigate around big items, but small things like socks, string, or charging cables are still an issue. I try to do a quick pickup of floor hazards before I run it. It saves me from getting the "I'm stuck" ping and having to rescue it from a tangle. If your furniture has very low clearance, the E Plus might not fit underneath. Mine gets under my couch but not the media cabinet, which is fine by me. It's perfect for day-to-day upkeep. After dinner, crumbs just disappear without me dragging out the upright. On weekends, I'll run it through the high-traffic areas and it makes the house feel reset. When it comes to heavy messes, spilled flour, potting soil, or clumps of wet mud, I still grab the main vacuum. That's not a knock. It's just the reality of what robot vacuums are best at. Maintenance is straightforward, and the app helps with reminders. I pop out the rollers to clear hair wrap every week or two, depending on how much shedding is happening. I wipe the sensors with a dry cloth so mapping stays accurate. The base bag swap is quick, and I keep a couple of extras in the closet. There's a filter in the robot you'll want to tap out or replace on schedule. I've noticed pickup stays consistent if I don't let that slide. Battery life has been fine for my medium-size floor plan. If the battery runs low mid-clean, it does a recharge and resume. It heads to the dock, tops up, and then goes right back to the exact spot it left off. I don't have to do anything. For larger homes, that pause might extend the total time, but I'd rather have it finish accurately than rush and miss areas. A few quirks to keep in mind. The clean base is louder than the robot itself when it empties, so I either schedule it when I'm not on a call or just let it surprise me and be done. If you have a very cluttered floor or tons of cables, you'll get more interruptions. And while the price is higher than entry-level robots, the self-emptying plus reliable navigation changed how often I actually keep my floors clean, which matters to me more than anything on a spec sheet. In my opinion, the E Plus hits the right balance for someone who wants less effort without fussing over tech. It doesn't require constant babysitting once you set up the maps and routines, and it hasn't turned into a gadget I ignore after a month. The convenience of coming home to floors that look freshly vacuumed is real, and I didn't realize how much mental energy I spent thinking, I should vacuum later, until that thought went away. From my experience, the E Plus also plays well with daily life. Kids drop snacks, pets shed, shoes track in little bits of debris, and this thing quietly handles most of that. It isn't a replacement for an occasional deep clean, but it dramatically cuts how often I need to do one. I'd recommend this for busy households, pet owners, parents tired of chasing crumbs, anyone who works from home and wants a consistent routine, and people who like smart features but don't want to tinker all day. If you're very sensitive to noise or live in a place where a sudden 10-second burst from the base will bug you, schedule it when you're out. If your home is packed with tiny floor hazards, plan on a quick pickup beforehand. Those are trade-offs I can live with. In conclusion, the iRobot Roomba E Plus has earned its spot in my home. The self-emptying base cuts down on the chore of vacuuming more than I expected, the mapping is dependable, and the pickup is solid on both hard floors and rugs. The app makes control simple and scheduling almost effortless. If you're okay with basic upkeep like clearing the rollers and swapping the base bag, it's a practical upgrade that delivers on everyday cleanliness without becoming another task to manage. If you want more like this, subscribe to the channel and drop your questions or your own tips about living with robot vacuums in the comments. Thank you for watching.